extreme beginners yoga. Extreme beginners. If you're an extreme beginner, then maybe I can help you on your way, because I've only been a yoga teacher for a couple months, taught a dozen or so classes, practiced for 10 years on and off. I cannot stand on my head. But I think that's okay. We all have something to share with each other uniquely. So whoever finds themselves interested in starting their yoga journey here, Namaste. And Namaste is just, peace be with you. I see you. Hallelujah, if you will. So if you're not already, just let's start by getting comfortable. For me, I like to start my practice here on my knees. I remember the very first time that I ever did yoga. I went to the YMCA with a friend, and everybody started on their knees, and I was looking around at all the older folks and people that I perceived to... I couldn't do it. I literally, I could get like this far, so I was just kind of in the back, like, uncomfortably, like, trying to find a position where it wasn't excruciating in my shins. If you want to work on that someday, the reason I can do it now is because I used a cushion for many, many, many years. So don't feel like you have to be able to... Don't hurt yourself. It took me 10 years and then a beautiful yoga teacher training to wake up to how important it is that we practice our asanas, our physical movements, and our spiritual alignment gently, really gently and slowly. So yeah, if comfortable for you is sitting in a chair right now, that's a great place to start. Maybe just sit a little straighter, a compassionate amount. Just noticing whatever sensations are there, and starting to really easily turn our attention towards the state of our breathing. And then you just notice what's going on. And bring your full presence to this moment. And this can take a few minutes sometimes. If you've had a lot of thoughts bouncing around, your mind is racing with what's coming next, when will this be over, just any anxiety at all. What's separating us from being relaxed and at ease, our mind, body, and spirit moving as one. Sometimes a few things, sometimes many things. And then when you've settled to a neutral starting point, you just check in with where in your body are you holding tension. And for me right now, that's in the shoulders. So maybe I would just Take a deep breath in through the nose and I'll lift my arms up into like a goalpost. And on the exhale, just maybe sink a little bit. And I'm at about a 30% effort. And I think that's a really great strategy. A friend of mine taught me about our healing physical practices that we have, in our culture. Everything's 100%. How can I do this to its fullest? And perhaps one day our asanas will go to much fuller expressions in the realm of possibility, but we really don't seem to get there by forcing open to a layer of flexibility that we're not actually available to yet. That's what I did for many years. I'd leave yoga feeling kind of good, but overstretched and maybe sore the next day. So just slow down. It's better to have 3 or 4 shapes that feel really aligned with your mind and breath and spirit than it is to have many, many fancy tricks. I primarily focus on teaching yin yoga, which you'll notice is why we're still hanging out here. In yin, you're actually encouraged to hold everything for at least 5 minutes. 3 to 5 is my personal practice. It's not based on all the science, it's just based on my own breath and my own body. Your body's the laboratory. For 10,000 years, people have been exploring these movements and these mantras and these ways of peace. Many of those ways could be very helpful for you, but the most important thing perhaps you could do is really develop a relationship with your own breath, your own rhythm, your own body, not listen to anything that I say. Maybe I'll just on an exhale stretch my arms a little wider. I'm feeling a little burn in my shoulders. I'm just slowly bringing my hands behind me. Gonna interlock my hands and just let my shoulders hang back. I've still got the cushion underneath my bottom, which is making this very possible for me in a comfortable way. And again, just wanting that 30% comfortable opening of the body. But for me, in this moment, I'm going to become quiet and see what's going on in my heart space. If that's visual or emotional or anything, any experience at all, I'm going to just notice my breath for a moment and really tune in to where my love and where my heart is currently living. I'm feeling like on an exhale, I need to come back to neutral. I'll hang out in neutral for a bit, so if you're still enjoying where you're at, just take a moment. If you're in your own little world right now, that is really, really beautiful too. Just keep breathing. present themselves, and distractions, pain. That's okay. That's absolutely a part of this. Sometimes it takes days and hours to encounter ourselves deeply in this way, in the yogic way. And so patience, I would say gentleness, peace, and patience with ourselves of what does surface, because it can be very challenging indeed. Just take another deep breath. And you can exhale through the mouth and let your tongue hang out. Really relax the jaw. I'd say one of my biggest yoga focuses the last couple months has been my jaw. It's okay to get weird with it. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Om. It's feeling really useful for me to just do some neck circling. And if I feel anything like a ropey or crunchy sensation, just try to make that circle smaller. So if your starting point is just this tiny neck circle, just start there. So if you're like lubricating a joint or some fascia is what's really going on, just ease into it. Be very tender and easy with your neck. Always. When you got a neck pain, we just want to stretch it hard so badly, as if that would magically make it go away. And neck is a very sensitive and strong and important part of our body's health. It's had to hold up a lot of thoughts. So just be grateful for the neck. Oops. Close one. And when feeling a little ready to try a different shape, I'm going to back up here. And I'm going to go down into a child's pose. You can do that with your knees spread open wide, or you can bring them together, feeling like somewhere kind of in the middle. Seems right for my ankles and my hips and where they're at. Maybe I'll just wiggle a little bit on the way down. Bring my hands up over my head. And I'll just let my hands fall out in front of me. Notice how this shape really changes how my body's feeling. Brings me immediately into contact with what's going on in my stomach. I haven't eaten yet today, which can be sometimes helpful, if recommended, to try to get your yoga asanas in, closer to an empty stomach. At least not coming in super over full. It's not a problem. It's nothing to judge ourselves for, but it's nice to have some give in the internal organs. So just be mindful of that as you go from here. If this way of practicing is useful for you and helps you on your journey, your body is a temple. And how you do anything is how you do everything. So, yoga is not just a meditation practice, and it's not exercise. It is those things. And it's also a philosophy and a way of life. And one of the core tenets of this way of life, of living as a yogi, which you officially are. You've taken your first step in your yogic journey by trying this out, is nonviolence. Nonviolence is a core concept. There are endless debates about what exactly nonviolence means and where that line is drawn. And that's part of your contemplation. It's part of what you are here to meditate on, is what does nonviolence mean? How do I interface with myself in a way that is peaceful? How I do anything is how I do everything. So if there's any ways in which I'm being violent with myself, being less than peaceful, that is equivalent to how I'm moving through the world. And you can always adjust if you're holding one of these positions and you feel something. Right now I'm feeling like if I were to bring my knees up under me and extend my hands forward a little more, that would bring the focus of this stretch into a part of my shoulders. That would really work and really help open my heart more. And I'm feeling that in my practice right now. I'm feeling that my mind is slowing down, and my self-judgment for even being here, offering a little yoga class via video is, vain in some way, and where I shouldn't be doing it. Yeah, just the thoughts that creep in, the shame that comes. You have your own flavor. You know it very well. You may find that the more you practice yoga, that you actually have to do a good bit of unlearning of the shame and the self-criticism that you are choosing over and over, or addicted to, perhaps. Yoga can be very simple, but not easy. We gotta stay with our breathing. Be present. And really listen to our bodies. I really like to take this shape when I'm feeling nearly complete with it into a tiny little ball. I'll even bring my arms behind me. Now I'm just feeling everything sink down into the earth. Feeling everything melt off my shoulders. And you can stay here for a very long time if you need to. Part of my work with singing bowls and a lot of my practice involves looking at the mind, body, spirit through the lens of the chakras. It's okay if they interest you, and it's also totally okay for them to run in the background. And learning more about chakras can be a really groovy and interesting part of practicing yoga. Suffice for our purposes to say that the root chakra is the first one, and I basically think of it as just your sense of safety. It's the foundation of our sense of self and confidence. There's so much to it, but I see the color red and I think about the inner ways that I know when I'm feeling safe in my body and in my mind and in my spirit. And that is not always. Anxiety, fear, have been a major struggle. And so it's okay to sometimes really tuck yourself into your shell here and take some deep breaths. And feel what's going on. Maybe even as we're taking our deep breaths, we focus a little bit of our intention on telling our body that it's safe in this moment. And choosing to think the thought to our own mind that it's safe to be a mind, to create thoughts, but also receive thoughts from others and to be stimulated. Just allowing our minds, if it's in your practice, to acknowledge a spiritual dimension of ourselves. You could take another breath and just give yourself spiritual safety. Give yourself permission to trust your own body and what it tells you about your spirit. Your body is the temple. And when you're feeling complete here in your little seed posture, On an inhale, you could just gently peel yourself up back to your comfortable seat. I'm gonna go for my expression of lotus, which is feeling a little stiff today. Oh, thank you, Violet. Let me just bring our hands together. If that feels safe for you. It's a posture of presence and reverence that's been used by many religious and spiritual traditions for all of time. Sometimes I like to jiggle my fingers like this to remind myself that I don't have to take any of it too seriously. And we could end here. We could say Namaste, give each other a gentle bow, or if you have time and you're feeling really calm, you might just unfurl yourself down to the mat. Notice how it feels to hit the floor. Release all the different strength that you've been holding in your body to keep yourself up. I'm immediately noticing some release in my feet and around my knees. And I'm feeling kind of my hips and my glutes. I want to just relax. And in Shavasana, you can think about anything. We translate Shavasana to corpse pose. Sometimes I actually like to meditate on my own immortality. Whenever you choose, just keep breathing. Allow your breath to return to natural. And take rest for a few minutes. asana, if that's now or 20 minutes from now. You start by just absolutely moving the least little bit in your toes and fingers as you can, trying to feel every little sensation of your movement, and just slowly allow that movement to spread through the body, just gently shaking ourselves up. If you have a harp on your belly, gently place it to the side. And what you'd want to maybe do is roll over to the fetal position. I like starting on my left side. You could do your right side. And when you're ready, you can plant a hand to help yourself up. You find that comfortable seated position. Yes, hello, Violet. Maybe just abide there for a little while. Move through your day just a little more gently. Yeah, that's right. You take time to stop and give love to all the creatures. And the way they know that you love them is because you're moving and breathing and being in such a way that lets them know they're safe. Because when we feel safe in ourselves, then so much is possible. So much creativity, and harmony, joy, goodness. And, oh, you want to play with this? You want to play with this? A lot of the ways that we feel safe is when we are non-violent. Oh my goodness, that's not a very good demonstration of non-violence, you crazy monkey. You crazy monkey. I love you. I love you so much. Oh, yeah, you want a little shoulder? You don't have to practice yoga because you get these good massages. Yeah, you do. Just gonna be you. All that violence that is part of nature. You know? Through yoga, we can learn to sit in the face of our own inner tiger. And we can have an amazing level of control over our negative attachments and all that other good stuff. So, namaste, my friends. Thank you for practicing. I wish you peace and happiness today and on your entire beautiful yogic journey. Go slow. Enjoy the journey.